Hello everyone, Blake Ryder here, and welcome back to another Lighthouse Quick Take. Today kicks off what will end up being a recurring topic we will discuss on Quick Takes over the next year or so. But with the World Cup now less than a year away, people are talking and they want to know how the World Cup is impacting the hospitality industry in the host cities. So let's get right into it. For today, we are going to focus on the group stage, which runs next year from June 11th through June 27th, okay? About 2.5 weeks. So what we're going to do is look at aggregate advertised hotel prices for that 2.5 week stretch next year in 2026, and we're going to compare those prices to how advertised prices looked for those same dates from this year, okay? So let's break it down starting with Mexico. And just so you know, everything we're going to be doing will be in constant currency in US dollars to keep everything comparable, okay? So we have Guadalajara, we have Mexico City, and we have Monterrey as the host cities. And in comparing advertised prices on a year-over-year basis, we see nice gains across all cities. Mexico City, however, is leading the pack with 88% growth in advertised pricing. Monterrey, not quite at Mexico City's level, but still pushing advertised prices by 41% year over year. Heading north to Canada, we see the most substantial increase is in Vancouver, with a rock-solid 60% year-over-year growth in advertised prices. Toronto is currently showing growth of 11%, which is interesting considering that Mexico exhibited a similar delta between the leader, Mexico City at 88% growth, and Guadalajara at 19%. Lastly, we have the 11 host cities in the United States. Now, broadly speaking, the leaders in year-over-year gains in advertised prices, they're all in the 30-ish% year-over-year growth range, which is less than what we're seeing in Canada and Mexico. Maybe it could be because you have 11 options in the United States to see a World Cup game, and maybe having more options is limiting hoteliers' abilities to drive rate as effectively as the top growing markets in Mexico and Canada. It's also interesting to see Houston and Dallas, both Texas host cities. They're ostensibly flat in terms of advertised prices year over year. It's interesting that both of those cities, they're both in Texas, and they're hesitant to push price at this point. Maybe it's that Texas heat in the middle of summer. So like I said, we're going to be covering this event throughout the lead up and through the event itself. So we're just getting started. But for now, let's talk about takeaways if you're a revenue manager or a hotel operator and you're operating a hotel in a host city. We always say you don't want to miss out on pricing opportunities, and you can always cut rates as events come closer into focus. So monitor bookings, monitor demand, use the right tools to track what your comp set is charging, and be competitive. These are the events that revenue managers live for, and making sure you have access to the right data and resources is critical to maximizing your bottom line when events like this come to town. Stay informed, stay strategic, and keep tuning in for more insights as this event approaches. As always, thank you for taking the time to join us today. My name is Blake Ryder, and this has been Lighthouse Quick Takes.